Hey, welcome back. I'm going to talk about the Linwood 3000 metres. So this was a track race that happened last Friday night in Linwood, but before we get to it, a wee disclaimer. I did not manage to film this race. So all the footage that you see from Linwood is from another race, not my race, unfortunately. The way that COVID worked and you had to have a one-way system around the track, there was no one there to ask if they could film for me, so I didn't get it, unfortunately, in this time. So that's unfortunate. But it was a good night for racing. Really nice, crisp, clear, blue sky night, and it was really busy as well in Linwood. Lots of folk there, good buzz. So my race was the first of the 3000 metres to go ahead on the night. So it was the slowest heat. The heat was for 10 minutes 30 seconds, and that coincidentally was the time that I put down that I wanted to get. So I was chasing 10 minutes 30, so that works out at 3 minutes 30 per K. There was 14 people in my heat. I think there was about 3 or 4 folk who were in over 55 category. The rest were under 20, and then there was me, so I'm in the V40 category. So just when we were lining up on the back straight to start, almost got disqualified. I didn't have my race number on my back. So you're given 3 numbers, one to go on your shorts or your leg, one to go in front, and a number to go on your back. I didn't think it was that important, so I just put the one on my front on. I never put the one on my back, but I almost got disqualified at the start. Lots of shouting going on, this guy doesn't have his number on. Davey, this guy's not getting his number. I was like, oh, for God's sake, they're not going to let me run here. So the guy was sort of humming and hawing a wee bit, but they let me run. So yeah, it didn't impact me too much, but it was right at the beginning, right where we were lining up, so it just unsettled me a wee bit. That was fine. The race got underway, and in each of these races, well, certainly for the first few, for 3000 metres, there was a pacer, a guy called Mark Pollard, really good runner. So he was doing each lap in about 83, 84 seconds. I think that works out maybe 320, 325 per K, something like that. I was about 9th or 10th in the first lap, and then in my head I'm thinking, I can't let these people get away from me, just like Stirling. I found myself at the back, and then I'm hanging on, and it becomes a lot more difficult. So I tried to pick up the pace a wee bit. So slowly but surely I started reeling off a couple of people, and then there was just Mark Pollard, the pacer in front of me, and there was a young girl who started off really quick, and another guy from Cambuslang, I can't remember what his name was, apologies. So it was them two ahead of me, and then it was Mark Pollard. And then again, I think I mentioned in Stirling, I couldn't remember what had happened in laps 2 or 3, but I remembered everything about this race. This race seemed a lot more controlled. I picked off those 2 people that were in front of me, and then all of a sudden I found myself just behind Mark Pollard. So the 3000 metres being a 7.5 lap race, I think he went through about 5.5 laps, so he done quite a lot of the race. So with 2 laps to go, I was out in front. And again, I just felt really comfortable being out there, which was really unusual. So 2 laps to go, I'm out in front, and then I just heard the bell. I knew I had a little gap behind me, but I didn't know how much, so I tried to pick it up in the last lap, and I managed to win the race. I didn't know by how much at the time, but I managed to win it by 13 seconds, so that was really pleasing. So good to get a win, but the time wasn't what I was looking for. I got 10:39. I've got an unofficial PB of 10:38, so 1 second away from that, but this is definitely a track PB, so really pleased with that. Pleased with 10:39. I wanted to get at least 10:29, so I didn't quite hit the time that I was looking for, but you know, it was a track race, there was a pacer there. It was nice to have that pacer there, so I didn't go crazy and then sort of blow up. I managed to stay controlled the whole race, so that was a real big sort of confident takeaway for me, was how I felt during the race. I felt really nice, relaxed and in control. So after that I stayed and watched a few other races. I watched couple of races after mine, so each of the races after mine were quicker and quicker. I think the next one was for 10 minutes and then it was for 9 minutes 30. So Mark Gallagher, who runs for Cambuslang, I stayed and watched his race and filmed some of his race. His is the race that you can see. Mark's a phenomenal athlete. I think he's in the V50 category now, but just picked up a 16:48 5k PB. So that shows you what great shape Mark is in, and he done really well in his race. He was in a tough heat, and he was sort of mid-pack, but managed to really grind it out, and he got a 3rd place, so it was really great for Mark. And I've stayed and watched a few other races as well. Good night, a good atmosphere. It was just a shame that Glasgow was still in the level 3 restrictions at this point, so we couldn't get a lot of my club runners with me. So I was the only one from my club who was actually at this race. I'm not in Glasgow, I'm in East Dunbartonshire. So that was a shame, but overall it was a great night, really good atmosphere. I've been working with a running coach now for the last 7 weeks, a guy called Sean Fontana. Sean's a great athlete. He's based in the West End of Glasgow. He's got his own gym, Fontana Fit, all round, you know, really passionate about health and fitness. A phenomenal runner as well. And I've been working with him, like I say, for the last 7 weeks. And what Sean's really done for me is give me some great direction in where I want to go. I had a great sort of initial one-to-one with him on FaceTime. We had a really good chat about my goals, what I want out of running, you know, where I want to be. And if you've watched a few of these vlogs before, you'll know that I've got a 5k that I want to nail. I want to get sub 18 for 5k. So we talked about that. And one of the things that I've noticed in the scheduling is a huge emphasis on recovery. So with that, I've been recovering well, like he's asked me to do, and I feel that I'm getting faster in these sessions and really hitting them really hard. Whereas before, I wasn't really taking my easy days easy. I was still running quite hard, so my body didn't have a chance to recover, and I wasn't able to run as well as I could have. So maybe that was frustrating me a little bit. So I needed someone to tell me what I didn't know. I needed someone to tell me where I was going wrong, and Sean was able to do that. And I very much doubt that if I wasn't with Sean, I don't know if I would have got 1st place in that Linwood race the other night. So I just want to say a big thanks to Sean, and I'm really looking forward to working more with him in the future. So the 5k race I've entered into, I said it was going to be the end of May, but it's going to be the end of June. So it's Sunday the 27th of June, and it is the Blast Running 5k. Now this is based in Edinburgh. I just found out about it last week. So it's kind of like a park run. It's 5k out and back, but it's different from park run. It's on a Sunday morning, 9 o'clock and 10 o'clock I think, and it's on a Tuesday lunchtime. It costs £5 to enter. It's on every week. So that's what I'm going to do. Sunday 27th of June, I'm going to try and nail this 5k. And yeah, looking forward to it. It's a near Cramond park run, I think. So it's on the coast. I know 1 or 2 guys that have done it, and they said it's a great, flat, fast route. But if it's windy, it's going to be a wee bit tricky. So we just need to see how it is in the day. So listen, that was it. Just a wee catch up. Apologies I've not put a video on in a few weeks, and apologies again, I never got to actually video my race. It would have been great to see that as well, because I actually won the thing, but that's the way it works out. You know, like this video, comment, subscribe. We'll have a wee chat about all things running, and yeah, looking forward to doing some more videos, and I'll see you in the next one.